In this clip, Dr. Graham Rankin and the students will perform a presumptive color test on some known white powders and compare the reactions to those of the unknown white powder. The well plate has been carefully labeled, so they are ready to begin their test.
The first test that we are doing is the marquee test. And we will do Kendall is adding a few drops of our reagent to each of the knowns, our unknown, and our negative control. There is a little bit of smoke coming off because the concentrated sulfuric acid is reacting with some of the material. The oxycodone with the marquee test gives kind of a yellow-brown, Our unknown gives a dark reddish-brown, as does amphetamine, a little bit more towards the red, a dark brown for the methamphetamine, no color change for the cocaine, and maybe just a little bit of brown, light yellow with the caffeine. Evan is performing the Mandelen test, adding, like with the marquee, adding several drops of the reagent to each of the spot plates containing the knowns and the unknowns. Again, this one also contains concentrated sulfuric acid, like the marquee test, so it will give a little bit of, you see a little smoke coming off. Mandelen test gives a blue-green color with a positive test, but remains yellow for a negative test. So it does not react with oxycodone. Shows you're getting some reaction with our unknown, with amphetamine, methamphetamine, no reaction with cocaine, and no reaction with caffeine. The last test Evan is performing is the cobalt thiocyanate test. Cobalt thiocyanate reacts with cocaine and a few other drugs, but not with the other compounds that we have present. So if our unknown has cocaine in it, and it is possible for an unknown to contain more than one controlled substance. Notice that we have a pink color for all but the cocaine. Cobalt thiocyanate is pink in color, and so this is a negative test for all but the cocaine, which gives a nice pretty blue. The results of our spot test show that our unknown is not an opiate. It is probably an amphetamine class, and it is not a cocaine, or does not contain cocaine, because it gave a red-brown color for the marquee test, a bluish-green color for the Mandelen test, and no reaction with the cobalt thiocyanate test.
The presumptive test has given us some clues about the identity of the white powder. However, forensic experts cannot rely only on the results of any presumptive test, even when the results seem very clear. A presumptive test tells analysts that a substance merely falls into a category of substances, but does not identify the exact drug. This could lead to false positive identification. For this reason, it is necessary to carefully prepare the sample for the confirmatory test.
Kendall is weighing out a small amount of the unknown powder, which we're going to dissolve in a solvent called methanol to use to inject into the gas chromatograph mass spectrometer. We are weighing the amount of material she puts in because we want to know how much of the compound of the unknown is really methamphetamine. In many states, we do not have to say how much. It's always important to write down all the numbers that you need in your lab notebook. She is using a pipetter to deliver exactly 1 milliliter of the methanol for the solution. Cap it up, give it a brief shake, and then we'll put it onto the machine.
Next, we will see how a substance is analyzed in the gas chromatograph mass spectrometer, or GC mass spec.